instead of just it being an automatic right, then doctors
you don't have a right to murder another human being.
It's not necessarily a right. It's just the ability to.
So when you're
Christianity as I don't believe that we could use Christianity as a good moral basis for certain laws, considering that historically speaking, Christianity has committed many atrocities. I mean, the Christian Crusades killed many people, and they destroyed a lot of our written texts that didn't agree with Christian points, like, for example, the works of Sappho.
The works of what?
Sappho.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, anyways, I understand that this is Catholicism, but also the schools in Canada that abused many Native American people. I just don't see how we could argue that Christianity is the great moral authority that you're saying it is.
You know what's crazy? For those who don't know, my name is Elifar Jojo. I have a master's degree in engineering.
Person and
no, to reach nirvana, you know that.
Well, yes, but not everyone can reach nirvana.
I know, but you want to try to ascend, right? And so it's all about yourself, all inward looking, right? To try to limit your touch with the outside world, that the outside world is dirty and it's, it's kind of polluted.
I don't believe, as a Buddhist, that's not how I was taught. And I don't think it's fair for you to argue for Buddhism in that sense.
Oh no, that's
you're
what Buddhism.
Not a Buddhist.
No, I know plenty about Buddhism. Like, so Buddhism, as it's written, is that the world is contaminated. We must remove ourselves from the world, and we're going to spiritually ascend ourselves by meditation.
But there's people who don't believe in that.
Well, then you don't believe in Buddhism. That's fine. It's okay.
Buddhism, and they believe in all different kinds of things.
So that's fine.
There's different sects of Christianity. I'm just not in that sect.
Got it. So can you what moral way do you think society should live by? Not Christianity. So what way should we live by?
I think that it's not as much about morality as much as societal, and it's just societal needs. Like, for example, like abortion. We can't argue that, Christianity is the reason that we should not allow abortions, when clearly there's both a medical and a societal need for abortion.
There's not a medical reason to kill babies, right? That doesn't exist.
Okay, well, I have one example for that. My mother had Vasoprevia, and they had offered her an abortion because birthing the baby would not only kill her, and like if she went into labor, because the placenta had.
My thing is, why y'all always using these crazy ass extremes where it's not the norm? That's a by person situation. That's a by person basis, and even then, I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't even. They'll probably tell them there are different ways to handle the situation, bro. They always try to find some other way. Oh my gosh, bro, shit's so annoying.
Split into many little veins and covered her birth canal if she ever went into labor. And my little brother at the time, if he had pushed on the birth canal to exit her, she would have died. Both her and her son would have died.
Did your brother survive or no?
I want to continue with this point. So she was offered the opportunity for an abortion because not only was she the main breadwinner of her family, but she is also raising 2 kids as well already. She's the right to an abortion is possibly could have saved her life. She did end up surviving, but not. I don't think that.
See that guy standing while everyone else is kneeling? That's Jonathan Isaac.
We should limit the ability to get an abortion to other women in her situation.
Wait, hold on, time out. So your brother, now.
Huh?
Does your brother survive or no?
Yes, he did.
Wait, so aren't you glad your brother wasn't aborted? I mean, come on.
Checkmate. Checkmate. Yep, you try to bring up a scenario. And yet your brother and your mom got a whole, both of them live. So what was the point of you bringing that up? Nobody lost their life in that situation. You basically just defeated your entire argument. Stupid.
I don't.
What kind of argument is that? Aren't you glad your brother's not dead?
It's not that. I'm glad that he wasn't aborted.
Yes, so that's
also,
so we're
like,
pro-life. That's what we want. We don't want your brother to be aborted. Imagine how many millions other like him are aborted.
But if my mom died,
she didn't. It's not even a good argument.
Well, there's so many people that did.
No, that's not correct. I said that earlier. It only happens a couple dozen times a year, and the baby could be delivered by C-section.
People with Vasa previa have a much higher.
Listen. 113 subs away from the ad-free reviews. Absolutely. Listen, y'all. I'm telling y'all. See, look, this is done by purpose. I could go and pay for it, the premium. I could, but I want y'all to see the growth in real time. I want y'all to see me level up in real fucking time. I don't want to come out the woodwork. I got all the lavish shit going on. It's like, oh, this nigga been doing this. Nah, I want you to see the level up throughout the entire process. I want you to see the full level. Like, damn, but I remember when he was doing his live streams and he had ads going on through it. And he wasn't even getting paid for them hoes. But it's going to be because of people that come through here. They're going to rock with you, boy. And look, we're going to level up. We're going to level up together. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you. No, it's all good. No, it's all good. No, it's all good. No, it's all good. No reason to be sorry about that. Now you understand it. Now you understand the problem. But don't be sorry about that. I didn't take it no kind of way. I just wanted to explain it for the people in the back. You know what I'm saying? Facts.
Rate of death than other women.
Yes,
who are
this
pregnant,
happens maybe a couple hundred times a year, and there's 1.5 million abortions every single year. This is on the extreme of the extreme.
If we have to take away abortions, then we're taking away from everybody, even the people who have a medical need for abortion, where the baby is going to kill them if they come out.
Again, I can grant you that, fine, we'll have those exceptions. Can we make abortion illegal for the other circumstances?
No, because
so maybe it's not about those circumstances.
No,
you're just using it.
It is about those circumstances, because when we take away those rights from everyone and we go into a hospital and there's an emergency need to remove a baby, then we have to prove that there's an actual emergency need instead of just it being an automatic right. Then doctors aren't going to be willing to. You don't have a right to murder
another human being.
It's not necessarily a right. It's just the ability to.
So when your brother was in your mom's womb, was your brother a human being?
I mean, I don't want to argue that. I think that we can argue.
You should have brought it up. If you don't want to argue, you should have never brought that situation up. Now you open the door for free game. Now he can ask you a question about the situation because he finna debunk your argument.
It's a question.
Keep your personal. If you don't want to talk about your personal shit, keep your personal shit out of it.
When your brother was
useful.
When your brother was in the womb, was it a human being?
I believe that.
And this is the problem. This is the problem with every type of debate that I see, especially when it comes to.
All right, brother. Got it. So what moral compass? Fine. What moral compass should we use to write laws then?
Not necessarily a single one. I think that everyone's moral compass is different, and that we should be able to.
Which one should say? Let's, for example,
the one that supports women the most, the one that allows women to get medical.
Why is that? Why is that good? I mean, by what book do you reference? By some moral standard you're appealing to? What is it?
Sorry, what?
No, yeah. By what moral standard do you say that we should have health care for women? Why? What? At some point, you're basing this on something.
So I'll answer this question for her. I'll answer this for you. If I were you, your perspective don't support.
It's not even a moral standard. It's in the Constitution. Women should have equal rights, and that includes the right to.
You do not have a right to murder another because life is the first right. We've been through that, but I'm saying, but at some point, you say you don't want Christianity to have the moral source. So I ask you, by what moral code should we live by?
Well, I don't think there's a defining moral code that we should live by.
Of course there is. Should we help the sick?
Well, yes,
should we help the poor?
Okay, but my moral code as a Buddhist is that I should never kill an animal. And many Christians hunt. Many people, kill animals for a living. That's how they make a living. I'm not talking about your personal.
Society has to make decisions, right?
Yeah, and when society makes decisions, they should account for the fact that everyone has a different moral compass. If we're a society that, first of all, a modern society, we shouldn't be basing our moral compass off of a book made thousands of years ago.
Well, first of all, Buddhism's very old too. But
she's showing herself. Them demon wings starting to show. Them demon wings is starting to show. She's showing herself. Everybody has a moral compass. Do we agree or disagree that there is a general sense of morality out here in this world, right? Generally speaking, we all understand, we all have some sort of concept of what right and wrong is in the moral concept. Yeah, there are nuances, but overall, generally speaking, we do understand, you can't fuck with kids, stealing is wrong, killing is wrong, the basic stuff. We all are in agreement to that, right? This shorty just said that everybody has a different moral standard and moral compass. I know you lying to me. I know you lying to me. Yeah, because he aligns.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think Buddhism. I don't think we should ban people going out to hunt because I don't believe in killing animals.
At some point, we have to decide what laws to make. We have to say something.
And I think the laws.
We've grown from grossing about $500,000 to now our gross is.
There's a huge contradiction. She said we.
No, you good, bro.
Should be dependent on
what?
How we can most benefit the people already existing in our society.
But okay, but don't people in the womb exist?
That's you could argue that for so long. I don't think it's really useful when we're talking about.
It's coming.
Are you glad you weren't aborted? Are you glad you weren't aborted?
I'm not. I mean, if it was something that if aborting me would have benefited my mother far more than having me would have, then I wouldn't be necessarily angry about it. It's not.
See, I'm glad your mom did not abort you because
you can't be. I'm mad. She said I couldn't be mad about it. Of course you ain't gonna be mad about it. You wouldn't be here to be mad about it. What the fuck are you talking about? She's so nervous. Oh, she's so cute. She's so nervous. Oh shit.
I think life is beautiful. And I want to give that gift to as many people as possible.
Yeah, but you're also in the same turn taking that gift away from women. If a woman has a medical need and her life is in danger,
I've already granted. Let's say abortion is legal for medical circumstances. 1.4 million.
But then when we get rid of abortion for those exceptions, right, we need to think about how it is applied in the actual.
Abortion is the #1 form of birth control in the country right now. Over 1.4 million abortions every single year for non-rape, non-incest, non-life of the mother.
It's really the $1 form of birth control in this country.
Well, that we know of. Actually, if you think about it, if you think about the day after pill,
that's crazy,
right? If you think about the day after pill,
$50 for a abortion instead of the pull-out method, getting a condom. You really think? I'm sorry, in your twisted worldview, you really think the #1 form of birth control is abortion?
Plan B.
I'm sorry, that's crazy.
No, Plan B, right? Abortifacients, at-home abortions, chemical abortions, surgical abortions. All of those can be defined as abortifacients. Yes, you might be right. Okay, you might say condoms are more than that, but abortion has become a form of birth control. Can you agree with that?
I mean, anything that. Well, all of it obviously anything can be considered birth control. I mean, me deciding to not have sex is birth control. I mean,
that's what more people should do.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I don't think that that's necessarily something that we can police. Like, what, you're gonna go into people?
What you mean you can't police that? Just don't have sex. Don't open your legs. What the fuck are you talking about? Bro, I swear to God, bro.
I'm not policing, but I'm saying, though, if you're going to decide to have sex, don't kill the baby after you have sex. Pretty simple. Because you made a decision to get pregnant.
I don't think that that's necessarily a good argument.
Name deal, I said that's the number before she passed her ass to the same. Hey, I feel that. Yeah, bro, I don't know what's going on with these women today, dog. I don't know where they getting their information from. I don't know who they're listening to, but man, they're cooked. They are cooked. I feel sorry for the YNs, bro. I feel sorry for the young cats, bro. I feel sorry for them. Because these are the type of women they're gonna have to deal with. They're gonna have to deal with chicks like this. Yep. And then on top of that, if they're simps like the guy that we just got done watching, if they're simps too, oh man, she gonna thrive. She gonna thrive. Listen, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit that bell notification